All right, so the title of today's discussion is Divine Authorship. All right, you are the cause and not the consequence. We're going to continue. What's up, Miss Alyssa? We're going to keep going into basically the topic that you're really not trying to manifest. You are manifestation. And the more that you understand and see yourself as source, the less you perceive separation between you and reality, between you and God. Now, all these things can be added to you. But the more you think that you're trying to go out there and change things, you're trying to rearrange things out there, right? The more that you perceive yourself as separate from it, the more you see those things as imperfect, the more you are claiming that you are not, because you are already all that there is, because you are God. And so when you don't know that, right? Now, of course, if you do not know that you're source, of course you have to go outside of yourself and try to find things. This is where lack comes into play. Whew, man. Let me slow my ass down. I was in the market earlier. I was just looking at the market and I was like, you know what? I don't fucking feel like trading. So I just turned off the charts and decided to go live. So here we are. All right. So you are God. Stop trying to manifest and start allowing life to unfold perfectly. We are not scattered leaves of fate, blown by winds we cannot name. We are the storm and the silence, the pen and the page, writing destiny in ink made of intention. No wave of chaos can drown the one who remembers, right? No circumstance, no feeling, hell, no thought can drown the one who remembers. I am the cause and not the consequence. We do not wait for the world to shift. We speak and it bends. This is why that question, right? Oh, I've been doing this for so long. How long does it take? But I've been doing this for 9 months, for 6 months, right? That big ass CPI candle. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep my money in my pocket today. Let me just keep my money in my pocket. And the way the market has been this week, it hasn't been a lot of continuation in one direction. There's been huge pullbacks really for the last couple of weeks. I was like, you know what? I can chill today. I can chill today. All right. So we do not plead with life. We declare it, embody it, and breathe it into being. The truth is not outside us, waiting to be found. It is within us, aching to be lived. Bro, this is the beauty of life. When you stop looking out there and realize that you are everything, when you put your consciousness, your focus back on yourself, now you allow everything to rearrange to match you. But the more that you are looking outside of you for something, I need proof. It's hard to keep faith when nothing's changing, Alice. That's because you believe the faith, or you believe that the proof is out there. Instead of knowing and understanding, really knowing that you are the proof. The moment you make the choice that everything is working out, it is. This is why, y'all, you can sit around and you can read Reddit posts all day on manifest success stories. You can listen to all the YouTubers talk about their manifestation success stories, right? You can be in the comments asking other people, what affirmation did you use to get your SP? You can do all of that, and it will not matter until you make the choice that everything is working for you. Until you choose to know that. Until you become the constant in reality. Now reality can mold to you, but the more that you're looking out there, right? If you're looking at reality waiting for it to change, and it's looking at you waiting for you to change, y'all are both looking at each other like idiots. Okay? Cool. We are the ones who walk in the finished vision while others still pray for the blueprint. What separates us from the life we long for is not time, effort, or chance. It is certainty. Conviction is our bridge, and we walk it barefoot, boldly, eyes lit with the fire of knowing. We are the fulfillment of prophecy, not because we waited, but because we became. Let the world bear witness. We are not the victims of circumstance. We are its divine authors, penning glory into every line. All right? So we're going to talk about, we're going to start with 2 quotes. Okay, the first one is going to be from scripture. It's Galatians 6:7. Galatians 6:7. Okay, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. All right, now this can be a very triggering verse. And let's break it down. All right, be not deceived. God is not mocked. What does that mean? God is not mocked. Right? Does that mean you can't talk down about bad or about God? You shouldn't cuss God? Is that what that means? No, it doesn't mean that, right? God is above your anger, above your love, above your worship and praise, above all of that. Source just is. I am just is. It just exists. It is simply looking to reflect who you are being. So trying to deceive or mock God will not work. Let's give an example of that. Okay. You say that you want this person out there. Okay. You want this SP, specific person. All right. And now you say that you have embodied this person that has this specific person, but you are still peeking out there waiting for the world to give you proof of who you are. You're not really being who you say you are, because if you were truly being that, you wouldn't be sitting around waiting for the world to reflect it. You would simply know. So this is what we often do. We will pretend for a little bit that we are in this identity, but really we're looking out at reality, waiting for it to change so we can actually be proved right. What we are really saying is, if reality shows me this, then I am this. If reality doesn't show me this, then I am not this. What we're doing is you're making it conditional. Remember, source is unconditional. All of source is unconditionally within the desire that you want. Okay? What if you can't get your specific person because he's a Jehovah's Witness? Who is telling that story? Who is telling that story that matters, right? It's you. Nobody else is telling that story except for you. Remember, your life is only composed of your thoughts. Your entire life is just imagination. It's just you walking around saying, oh, if I eat this, I'm going to gain weight. It's just you walking into rooms saying, all these people are talking about me. It's just you saying, oh, I can't get this person because they believe in this or that. Nobody is forcing y'all to believe these things. You're just walking around using your imagination in every single situation that you walk into. That's it. This is all life is. Life is just imagination. You think you're perceiving things and experiencing things out there, but really you're only having internal experiences. All of your thoughts happen within you. All of your feelings happen within you. All of your beliefs happen within you. It's all you. We are the ones that walk around judging everyone. Judging this person is good for me. This person, oh, I can't get them because of this. This person, you're making all of that up, right? This is the exercise that we always do. Let's really paint this picture, okay? Because I need y'all to actually think about what I'm going to say, all right? This is going to clear up a lot of the questions that y'all just fired out, all right? Think about it like this, all right? Right now, you have this specific person that you think is so damn special. What's good, my brother? You have this specific person you think is absolutely special and perfect and divine, and you love them, and you can't get enough of them. Now, if you were to wake up tomorrow with amnesia, if someone were to wipe your memory away, who would that person be to you? What would they mean to you? What rules would you place on how, if you could be together or not? You would be a blank slate. They would mean absolutely nothing to you. Now, let's fast forward to now. What makes them special? Who is the one that is making up all of these stories about if you can have them or not? Who is the one making up all these rules about them? You never know what that person is really experiencing. You are not in their mind. You can only talk about your belief about the situation. That's it. You don't know anybody except for you. You can't speak for anyone. You can only speak your belief about it. Reality is never what it is. It's always who you are. There's no rule out there that says you can't be with this person and they can't love you so much that they all of a sudden alter their spiritual belief because of your divine ass. There's no rule that says that. Who is the one that's making up that law? It's you. It's just you. Life is just a story. It's just that we often hold on to stories and walk through life holding on to those stories for so long, they just become natural to us. And we think this is absolute law, absolute truth, when it's not. The only absolute law, absolute truth is whatever you say it is. Well, really, let me go a step further. The only absolute truth is I am. There's only one power, it's God, it's source. This is the only law. It's I am. Everything else is simply a reduction or a concession of all that there is. So you're always just simply walking around and making laws for your reality. This is why you should always be questioning your beliefs. Question the things that you say. Start studying the words that you say. Does this assumption, if this assumption was a law in my reality, which it is this in alignment with what I want? If not, why are you holding on to it? You don't need my permission. You don't need anybody's permission to tell you to drop assumptions. Like really think about this, right? We were talking about this yesterday when we had the discussion on tithing, right? You think you need proof out there. You're saying, oh, it's so hard to believe without seeing something change on the outside. You don't need to see something change. You just need to choose. Because even right now, it doesn't matter what confirmation you get out there. It doesn't matter what kind of quote unquote proof you see out there. You still have to make the choice that it's all happening for you. You could get proof all day long, and some of you still won't believe. Some of you sit here and tell me about Jesus. If Jesus Christ walked into your room right now and looked you in the face and said all of your dreams are about to come true, y'all would still call the police on him. You don't need anything outside. You don't need anything outside of you to give you proof. You simply need to decide. You need to make a decision. That's it. Make a decision. All right? Let go of anything that implies that you are not the person you desire to be. All right? Exactly. Like my brother said, anything that does not serve you, right? And let's even go further, right? What does serving mean, right? Because that's a very profound statement. Let go of anything that does not serve you. What doesn't serve you? Well, anything that does not imply that I'm the person I want to be doesn't serve me. So I do not hold on to it. Make a decision and stop checking the social media. Yeah. You got to let go of that. Get off of the social media, all right? So I'm not going to say that you have to, right? Because you don't have to do anything to get something, right? But I will put it like this. Let me put it like this, all right? If you are wandering around, okay, and seeing things in physical reality because you are digging shit up and you're always going to find what you're looking for, okay? This is why if you think somebody's cheating and you go through that phone, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. Why is that? Your conviction was already strong enough for you to go through the phone in the first place. So of course, the version of them who is doing your ass dirty as hell is going to show up. That's law. This is manifestation 101. Is if you have enough conviction to believe that there is something in that damn phone, guess what? Ta-da! You're going to find everything that you're looking for. Everything. Every single belief that you have is going to be confirmed because that's who you're being. But you could just as easily be the opposite. Reality is never just what it is, y'all. It's always who you are. It's always who you are, okay? So, Galatians 6:7, like we were talking about, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay? And then another quote, the moment you accept total responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you claim the power to change anything. This is such a path of accountability. We'll often make this a path of a specific person. I know. You're here because you want that specific person, but this is a path of total responsibility for everything in your life. It is when you begin to look out there and say, damn, it's all my fault. I'm the only common denominator. We put everything outside of us on this pedestal when people don't even exist outside of you. They're just fragments of your consciousness being pushed out. You are the only truly conscious being in your reality. That SP you desire, they're just a fragment of your perception, externalized within this avatar. But in that avatar are infinite versions of this person. Now, in their own reality, they are the primary point of consciousness. But in yours, They're not. They're simply a mirror to your soul. They're simply a mirror to your perceptions, to your assumptions. That's it. Your life is simply a report card of who you are. Look around in your life. You're going to see everything that you are. Your bank account, reflection of who you are. I know that's triggering. Your SB, a reflection of who you are. Your relationship with your family, a reflection of who you are. It's all a reflection of who you are. Everything, no exceptions. And so the moment you relax into the knowing that you are already everything, now everything can actually flow to you. But the more that you're looking out there as if those things are real and you are the fake one, that you need that to change for you to be fulfilled, man, look, you're going to constantly be in that time loop. Constantly. All right? So you are not the leaves and you are the wind. All right? So we are not the scattered leaves of fate drifting helplessly through circumstance, right? We often think that we are just getting bat around through circumstances. Like circumstances just beating me up, right? Oh, the 3D is just beating me up. We demonize the 3D. Like the 3D is some mythical thing out there holding you back. It's just you. It's just you. There's no within, without, above, below. There's none of that. There is just you. Reality is just an extension of you. Okay? We are the wind. We are the storm. We are the stillness that follows. We are the pen and the page. In every moment, we are writing scripture with our choices. To know I am God is not arrogance. It is the deepest humility. Because in this knowing, we can no longer lie to ourselves. We can no longer act unconsciously and blame the winds. This knowing demands what? Presence. It demands awareness of the harvest we are planting with every word, every action, every vibration. It is not permission to act recklessly. It is the reminder that everything is a seed. Beautiful. All right, so the myth of victimhood. Most people live in reaction. Okay, just constantly walking around reacting to the external world, right? That is the definition of a victim mentality. Okay? Yes, I want to be prosperity and I say I am prosperity, but the moment I go out there and I see something, I'm like, oh shit, I must not be doing it right. Let me check what affirmations this other person is saying. Let me go look at some more success stories. You're using the external reality to judge who you are, to give you your identity, when the external reality is simply trying to reflect your identity back at you. So if you're getting your identity from there and it's reflected, you're just going to stay in the same place over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? You do not need to be rescued from your life. You need to realize you are writing it, right? I create my reality with the thoughts I think, the beliefs I hold, and the energy I embody. This means no more outsourcing your power. No more pleading with the universe like a beggar. No more hiding behind excuses, blame, or delay. To remember I am the cause is to rise as the author, not the character tossed in the plot. You are already everything that you desire. Okay? So the humility of divine responsibility. True humility is not groveling. So we often think like, oh, be humble. That means begging and groveling. It is responsibility. If God is within you, then how you speak, how you love, how you act is how you express God. Every moment is a declaration, not with your mouth, but with your being. Okay? Do not be deceived into thinking you can sow seeds of chaos and pray for peace. God is not mocked. You will reap what you sow because you are God sowing it. Do you hear that? Okay? God is not mocked. You will reap what you sow because you are God sowing it. This is why the awakened walk with care. They do not act out of impulse, then beg for forgiveness. They understand the sacredness of every breath. They embody what they claim, or they stay silent until they can. What would happen if you started, this is a side note, all right, I'm about to veer off the path for a little bit. What would happen if you actually started treating life like you were having fun? What would happen instead of obsessing about the past and wishing you could change it, instead of obsessing about the future, like, oh, how I can't wait till I get there. What would actually happen if you started enjoying every moment? Just every moment. Like, you just started trying to have fun in every moment. You started to perceive the world how you wanted it to be. You simply started to enjoy every single thing, knowing that it's all going to be fine because you are source. What if the next time you talk to your parents, instead of thinking about how to affirm to get your SP, you actually just laughed with them, joked with them, asked them about their childhood? What if the next time that you were out, you simply started conversations with people? Enjoyed conversations with the people that started it with you. You actually enjoyed the scenery. You actually got into the present moment and had fun. How would life change for you? Y'all remember, there are things that you've experienced a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago that you might have thought was terrible then. You might have thought you were suffering then. But later on, you get out of that experience, you say, man, those were good times. I would almost give anything to have another moment of that. How many times, how often during the day do you relax into the only moment you've ever lived in? We can get on this manifestation journey and get so focused on getting things, this person, this money, that we're constantly in the future and the the present just slips us by. I've been trying to manifest this for 6 months, 9 months. I would ask you, where has that time went? Have you even been living? We talked about this last night as well, right? Let's talk about this from a relationship perspective. We will get in a relationship and you will fall in love with this person. And at a certain time, everything is beautiful, right? Everything is perfect. But then your mind starts to wander, okay? And you start to be reminded of things that you experienced in the past. You start to be fearful of things that might happen in the future. And instead of you being present with this person, knowing that you are source, enjoying every beautiful moment that you have with this divine soul in front of you, you are constantly in the past, replaying things you don't want, constantly in the future, fantasizing about things you don't want. And you lose that person because you're not even present enough to enjoy them, love them, and see them perfectly. And then you wander across this manifestation space and you do the same shit. You're never in the present moment. You're always in the past thinking about what if. You're always in the future waiting for them to come back. When even if they were here, where would you enjoy them? Right now. Right now. You're doing the very thing that lost them. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're doing the very thing that lost them, still trying to get them back. There is only now. This is where all of your power is. Your power is not in the future. The future are just thoughts. Your power is not in the past. The past is just thoughts. It doesn't even exist. It's imaginary. Your power is right now. You've only ever experienced anything right now. And the more you can bring yourself back with presence, with consciousness, awareness to right now, understanding that it is already perfect. You are already source. You are already everything you desire to be. Now you can be blessed with these things. Seek ye first the kingdom. The kingdom, you experience the kingdom in the present moment. It is within you in this present moment. Don't get on this hamster wheel and allow time to pass you by. 6 months past, a year past, 2 years past. And you look back and say, man, I didn't even enjoy my life because I was too busy trying to quote unquote manifest somebody. This is not a path of just learning techniques to get something out of pure vanity and pure lack. This is a path of self-actualization, of knowing yourself as source, as being able to relax, or of being able to relax into this present moment so all of those things can come to you. But even if you're just doing that as a technique to get something, well, I got to stop doing it and I got to relax just so I can get things. So you're pretending you're relaxing, but you're still looking out there for things to change. Well, of course things don't. They can't, because you haven't changed. Study yourself, become a student of yourself. Were you truly present with that person? Or every time they spoke, you were fantasizing about what the last relationship said, fantasizing about what they probably were doing last night, fantasizing about what they're going to be doing in the future? Or did you actually enjoy the time with them and see them as perfect? Well, if you did, you would still have them. And now you're doing the same thing now, trying to get them back. Always in the past, replaying the shit you don't want. Always in the future, dreaming of a future you don't have. Throwing away the present moment when the present moment is the only place that you actually live. We treat something, I know I go down, I went down this path a couple times in the last couple of days, right? But the SP talks, why I get so passionate about them is because I need y'all to see this, right? You start treating that specific person like they are your God. Every moment of the day, you are sending affirmations to them like they are your God. Before you go to sleep, you are visualizing for them like they are your God. You deny yourself your own emotions just to get them back in your life because you cannot feel fulfillment without your God in your life. Do you hear what I'm saying? Every time you see a manifest your SP in 3 hours or overnight with these subliminals, you can't wait to click on them. What kind of life is this? If you are in that mindset, how could you even be a good person for them when they show up? You can't. They're going to show up and you are going to have one argument and all of a sudden you're going to be trying to affirm your way through it, visualize your way through it without even being present, the same way that you weren't present the last time you had them. This is a path of presence. It's a path of making this about you, of understanding that you are the kingdom, you are source. They are just fragments of you. And so when you can begin to relax into the knowing of who you are, instead of asking everybody, what did you do to affirm your SP? What exactly did you say? What affirmation did you use? It doesn't matter what they did. There was no power in that affirmation. They just made a choice to believe and know who they were. Which is the same thing that you have to do. This template, this formula is very simple. It's that right now you already have everything. The SP doesn't even exist. There's infinite possibilities of what they're doing right now that only collapse into reality when you put your focus on them. But when you put your focus on you, knowing who you are, knowing that you already had everything in your life can rearrange seamlessly, beautifully, quickly to match you. All right, let me step off the soapbox for a second. All right, I'm off of it. Cool. But this is such a painful thing that I see. When you tie your faith in God to this SP. If they don't show up, then your faith is shattered. If you can't do this, then it's like, what am I even doing this manifestation for? You have made your entire life about this person. A very unhealthy way to live, right? Very unhealthy way to live. And I say this all out of love, which y'all already know. If you're here, you already know that I'm saying this out of love. Like, you deserve more than just that person. You deserve beauty in all parts of your life. You deserve to drive what you want, enjoy life the way you want. You deserve to have the relationship with family and friends that you want. You deserve to have a relationship with that person as well. You deserve all of those things. Okay? Don't put these people on pedestals. They're not God. You are. It's you. Okay? Cool. All right, so conviction as creation. How long do I have? Oh, we still got about an hour. All right, so conviction as creation, walking the finished vision. What separates you from the life you long for is not time, not hard work, not luck. It is certainty. Conviction is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. And when you walk with conviction, the world must rearrange to match your frequency. So earlier I said, we are the ones who walk in the finished vision, while others still pray for the blueprint. Do you hear what that says? Okay, we are the ones who walk in the finished vision. Right? My focus is not on the external world. Matter of fact, let's talk about that, right? Because I've gotten that question in a couple of the consults. Like, what is your technique? What is your manifestation technique? Okay. My manifestation technique is simply knowing who I am. That is it. I don't affirm for anything. I don't visualize anything at all. I just know who I am walking throughout the day. All right. So let me give you an example of it. When I have a desire, okay? A desire for a certain amount of money, a desire for a person, right? Haven't had a desire for a specific person in a while. But when I have this desire, what I actually do is I know in that moment that it is done. That if I continue to want it, it will show up. If I change my mind on wanting it, then I can choose something else and that will show up. All right. So from that knowing, this is my technique. Right? I spend as much of my day as possible with my consciousness on the knowing that I am source and I don't need anything outside of me. I don't look for proof out there. When I see a situation I don't like, I see it and I tell the story of how I want it to be. Because I know that even the things I don't want just give me clarity on what I do want. I use everything to give me clarity. If I see somebody and I'm like, man, you should be doing better. You should be doing this. Well, what I'm really saying is this is what I would do. So now I have another desire for myself. This is it. This is my technique. And I walk through life and I enjoy life to the best of my ability. When I'm on here, I give y'all all of my effort, hoping to connect with one person. When I'm with my parents, I give them all of my energy. When I'm working out, I give that all of my energy and my attention. When I'm in the market trading, I'm sitting there knowing I am prosperity and I am giving the market all of my attention. This is it. When I'm in my meditation, I'm giving that all of my attention. When I'm eating, I'm giving that my attention. My process is presence. It's knowing who I am. It's not trying to be positive or happy anymore. I'm not my emotions. I'm not my emotions. I am that I am no matter what. I am the person I desire to be no matter how I feel. Hell, even if my thoughts wander, I am still the person I desire to be. So this is my process. I'm not affirming for shit. I don't have to sit around and affirm. I am God. I don't have to sit around and do any of that. I don't have to visualize before I go to sleep. I am source. The word is my power. And I only have to say it once. I don't have to reprogram God. God already knows, right? Take no heed in thinking, what should I eat or what should I drink? Because your Father in heaven knows you have need for these things. I don't need to convince Source. Source is convincing me I want it because the desire doesn't come from me. The desire comes from Source. So I trust that part of me. And I trust I'm divinely taken care of in every single step that I take. Meaning I can enjoy every single step. Meaning I can just use everything to pay attention to my internal guidance system. And boom, all right, everything I see is just what? Me getting an idea of what I want to experience. That's it. And these days, I don't need anything. Beyond need. I've been beyond needs for a long time. It's purely wants. Well, really, there are no needs, right? You'll always be fulfilled knowing that you are the fulfillment itself. What if I don't feel like the fulfillment? What about the days where it just doesn't feel like it? It doesn't matter. I still know who I am. All right, can I breathe? Okay, then I am fulfillment. Can I even feel the emotion? Can I feel sadness or anger or happiness? or love or excitement or nervousness or fear. If I can feel, then I am fulfillment. I am all that I need to be. That's it. If my thoughts are wandering, okay, well, is my heart beating? If my heart is beating, then I am still perfect. These are the checks that I have. So to me, it's not about a specific process, right? I did them in the beginning, back in the day, right? But that's why sometimes when y'all ask me things like, how often do I have to say this? How often do I have to go back to the story? I'm like, I mean, as often as you want to, but you don't have to go back to it. We think that we are programming God. We're trying to convince God when you're not. Source is convincing you that you are already it by giving you the desire. God doesn't need convincing. God is beyond your convincing. God is absolute conviction. It's you that sit down here thinking that you're convincing something that's greater than you. Huh? So that is my process. I just know that my desires are going to unfold and I don't have to even ask for them. When I have a desire, I don't even sit there and ask for it. I just know the desire is the fulfillment because I am the fulfillment. I am the fulfillment of God. I'm the identity of God. So if I have a desire, that's God wanting it through me. Just me being alive is the fulfillment of it, so it must happen. That's it. There's no waiting around for things to change. There's no trying to reprogram a subconscious. There's no trying to control my emotions or control my thoughts. None of that. To me, I don't believe that I'll have the fulfilled life walking around doing that, trying to control my emotions all day. I think that shit gonna drive me crazy. I've tried to do that before. I've tried to control all my thoughts and control my emotion. Now I just exist. I just am. I just walk around basically the way that I walked around before I learned about manifestation. The only difference is I just know that I am source now. And I know it's all working out for me now. Huh? And so when I'm saying God, I'm saying awareness. I am, right? The Father, all that there is. Right? I'm saying that pure awareness that flows through you, that flows through me, that flows through all of us and everything. That is what your boy is talking about. I'm not talking about anything like outside of me. Okay? Because even when we think of awareness, I put it like this all the time. You're not inside of your body. Okay? You're not inside of your body. Your body is inside of you. You are the awareness behind it all. You are one perspective of I am, right? So the Father is everything. God is everything. God is pure spirit. I just use a bunch of different words, and we can use a whole bunch of different names for it. I can say I am. I can say the Father. I can say God. I can say the universe. I can say source. I can say all that there is. What I'm referring to when I say this is just the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God is everything. Okay? The same substance that makes up this can of Celsius, right, is the same substance that makes up this fidget spinner. Is the same substance that makes up us, right? It's just all one. It's all source. If y'all notice, all of my teachings are around what? Unity. It's like unity consciousness. It's about non-duality. This is what I preach. Non-duality. No separation. Separation is a pure illusion. All right? So you see with the eyes of the Father, the eyes of God, the eyes of I am, right? The eyes of all that there is. And everything is simply an extension of you. But you take the perspective of this one individual vessel, okay? And because there's only one thought, one energy, that one thought is I am, now you can take a different perspective of it and you can say I am prosperity, which is still a reduction in all that there is. So you take an individual perspective of I am prosperity, and all of reality of God then turns to match that belief. Okay? So there's only one thought. That one thought is I am. It is everything. We're just constantly taking these individualized viewpoints of this thought. This one thought. Right? Which creates these individualized experiences of reality. But there's still only one. There's still only unity. There's still only a single consciousness. Okay? There's only one. So that's what I mean. All right? So every act is a prayer, living in divine integrity. All right? You cannot compartmentalize your divinity. You cannot say I am in meditation, then act as if you are powerless in relationships, in money, in health. Remember, we either say it's all God and it's all mind, or none of it is mine, or some of it is mine, right? But we say it's all mine. I can't say your thoughts create reality except for in these situations. Now, if you have certain beliefs you want to hold on to them, right? My brother Lucas was saying that last night. If you have beliefs that you want to hold on to, by all means, hold on to them, right? But what these discussions are is pushing you to view life differently. To view life differently when it comes to how you eat. How does your food impact you? Okay? Well, that's based on your belief more than anything, right? How everything that you do impacts you is all based on belief. Right? People can argue, say, oh no, but the science, this and that. That's fine. If you want to believe that, you can. But I don't have to argue for your limitations with you. Right? You don't have to argue with anybody else's limitation. This is not a path of converting you. Right? We talk about reality creation a lot, but it's not a path of converting you to a certain religious belief or a certain perspective of everything. Getting you just to throw away your diet and be like, oh, well, I don't need that shit anymore. Well, if you want to do it because it makes you feel good, do it. If you want to hold on to certain beliefs because it makes you feel good, do that. There's nothing wrong with it. This is about liberating that mind. Understanding that you are much more than you've been told that you are. You are much greater than you have been told. You are much greater than you can imagine. You can't even fathom how powerful you are. You're not even just powerful. You are all powerful. All powerful. All right? So God is not a part-time presence in you, and you are not a part-time creator. Every moment you are prophesying through posture. Every action is a spell. Every thought is a thread in the garment of your reality. The spiritual path is not about perfection. It is about congruence. It is about catching yourself the moment you express something that contradicts your divinity. That is the work, and that is the worship. Okay? That is the worship. All right? So a couple reflection questions. Number one. What areas of my life do I still act as if I am powerless? In what areas of your life do you act like you're powerless? Is it relationships? Is it with a certain person? Is it with money? Hell, is it with your job? Pay attention to the stories that you tell about everything. What is the story that you're telling about the things that you want? Are you saying, oh, I can't get it because this and that and that? Are you arguing for your limitations? What are you holding on to? If you start studying your story, you will see exactly where your life is. Your life is always going to be a direct reflection of the stories that you're telling right now. All right? Number two, where am I sowing seeds I do not wish to reap? Where are you sowing seeds that you do not wish to reap? Where are you telling stories that you don't want to live? If you have a belief and that belief isn't perfectly aligned with how you want to live life, how you expect life to be, then why are you holding on to it? If you want money to be easy, why are you saying it's difficult to make money? All right? If you want people to adore you, why do you constantly keep telling the story that everybody ghosts you? Why are you telling stories that do not align with what you want? All right? Doing the same thing and expecting different shit. What is that? We call that insanity. Right? Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Exactly. Why would we torture ourselves? Why? Why would you? Your word is law, right? There's only one power, one mind, one thought. I am. There's only one. I am. So everything you say is simply you organizing I am into form in your reality. Why would you sit around and torture yourself? Why would you sit around and make law, make life that you don't want to even live? Sounds crazy. All right, number three. How does my current behavior express or suppress the God within me, right? I will constantly say, I am source. I am God. You are God. And people say, oh, no, you're not. Repent. Remember, y'all, this is a statement of humility. I'm not waiting for some future event to happen so my sins can be forgiven. I'm not waiting for somebody to dip me in water to forgive me of my sins. Every word I speak is an expression of God. Every time I commune with myself, I go within my imagination. I am communing with Source. Every time I see my fellow God, my fellow goddess, right? And I choose the way that I see them, that is expressing God. That's giving them the energetic space to step forward in a more divine, beautiful, perfect version of themselves. This is humility. This is absolute humility. This is absolute accountability. Nothing, right, is outside of me. It's all within me. The kingdom is within me. So when I'm walking through life knowing myself as the source, I have an obligation to see people perfectly, to see myself perfectly, to look at that situation perfectly. It's never just what it is, right? Remember, you walk into a situation, doesn't matter what it looks like, you are speaking the word of God into it. This is why reality is just imagination. Let's do the thought experiment again. If right now you completely miss, or completely, my bad, I read miss and said miss. If somebody completely erased your memory right now, okay, and your mother walked in, or the person you love the most, who would they be to you? They would be nobody to you. Okay? If that person you wanted, that specific person walked in, who would they be without your memory? Nothing. What makes that person special and beautiful and divine is the story you tell about them. No matter what the story is, it's still just imagination. It's an imaginal act. They've been with me through this. They've loved me through whatever. Unconditionally. You don't even know that. You just know your perception of it. You don't really know how they feel about you. You simply know your perception of how they feel about you. But beautifully and fortunately, that is all that matters. Your perception is all that matters. That's it. When you walk into a situation, into a room, and you say, it just doesn't feel like it's working out, that's an imaginal act. When you walk in that room and you understand that you have the universe with you, when you walk in that room and you say, no, this circumstance does not define me, I define it. I speak life into the circumstance. I speak life into that person. Now you are walking in your power, okay? So number 4, am I walking in the finished vision or still waiting for a sign? Some of you are pretending to walk in the finished vision, right? We've talked about this. We've had several discussions about it, right? Y'all will come on here and I get on y'all ass about that, right? We will say that we're in the end and then we'll say, but I've been waiting and nothing has changed for 6 months. Okay. What do you mean nothing has changed? Are you in the end or not? You saying that nothing has changed is you just affirming that you're doing everything and nothing's changed. And reality says yes. The more you look out there for proof of who you are, and the more that reality is just looking at you for proof of who you are, y'all both just stay the same, having a staring contest, seeing who blinks first. Neither one of you will. Okay? Neither one of you will. Yeah. That never been unloved it's an absolute game changer. It's an absolute game changer. So number 5, what would it mean to live as the fulfillment of prophecy? Not tomorrow, but now. What would it look like to fully accept that you have everything that you desire, that you are who you want to be? What would it be like to actually have fun in life, in every situation, to start treating life like a game? In this moment, when you're just watching this, right? What would it be like, instead of you thinking about your SP right now, or that money you think you need, even though it's already there, you just relaxed into the knowing that you were source. You just relaxed into this present moment and you looked around and you started noticing things that you have forgotten. What would it be like to go for a walk and just be fully immersed in nature? Just watch the other people that are walking by you, listen to your music, enjoy life without trying to sit there and affirm until you had a headache. What would it be like to go out for lunch, drive, enjoy the driving, sit in traffic, not trying to monitor your emotions because somebody cut you off? Just feel how you feel. Accept it. Move on. Turn the radio back up. Get to lunch, have a nice meal, maybe enjoy a beer or two, and then go back home, knowing that everything is perfect and unfolding perfectly for you. How would that feel? To start making your life about you again, to enjoy these moments that you're going to wish for in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Well, that's what's stopping you from doing that. What's stopping you from doing any of that right now? Okay. So in conclusion, right, you are the prophet of your life. Not because you heard a word, but because you became it. Right? Let the world bear witness. You are not the victim of circumstance. You are its divine author. Write wisely. Speak deliberately. Love fiercely. Act with the awareness that your life is a living scripture. And you are the one inscribing every page. All right? So I'm going to read this one more time. Okay? And then we're going to get right into the affirmations. Remember, it's a lot of affirmations in this one. It's like 20. I'm only going to do about 10. All right? So here we go. Remember, you're not trying to be these things. This is remembrance. You already are everything you desire to be. All right? We do not wait for the world to shift. We speak and it bends. We are not passengers in life's unfolding. We are the pulse behind its rhythm, the voice behind its echo. The winds of chance do not steer us. We ride the current of knowing, anchored in divine authorship. We do not shrink when reality contradicts our vision. We stand taller, speak louder, and become the evidence. The world may offer delay, but our conviction cuts through time like a sword. We are not at the mercy of the seen. We are masters of the unseen, crafting life from the silence of belief. Okay, beautiful. So here we go with the affirmations, all right? Feel these, okay? Know that you already are all of these, no matter what. I don't wait for miracles. I walk as the one who makes them happen. I don't wait for miracles. I walk as the one who makes them happen. Why would I put my focus on anything out there when I am the source of it? You think you're getting money from the external world, but you're not. That money is flowing through you, to you, for you, as you, by you, from you, whatever you want to call it. That money is flowing from you to you through your divine ass. All right? Number 2, I am not praying for power. I am remembering it. I'm not praying for power, striving for power, right? You are not a fragment of God trying to be whole, right? You are not praying for power. You are not a fragment of God trying to be whole. You are the wholeness of God pretending to be a fragment, right? You are remembering your power. Number 3, my faith is not fragile. It bends reality. My faith is not fragile. It bends reality. And yeah, all these are on YouTube. Y'all know that. Every time I stream on TikTok, I stream on YouTube at the same time. And yeah, I make all these affirmations. You knew that too. Because I'll sit here and freestyle affirmations sometimes. But yeah, I make these. All right? I move like the vision is already fulfilled because I am the fulfillment. I move like the vision is already fulfilled because I am the fulfillment, right? Know yourself as the fulfillment. Know yourself as source. So all these things can be added to you, okay? Here we go, here we go. My certainty is my strategy. My certainty is my strategy. My knowing is my sword. Stop trying to be in alignment and just know that you are source. Therefore, you're always in alignment. Stop trying to be in alignment. Stop trying to be worthy. Stop trying to be loved. Just know that you are source. Therefore, all those things you must be. Okay? You must be. All right? I am not a reaction to the world. I am the origin of it. I'm not in the world. The world is within me. The world is within my awareness. Okay? Let me skip down a little bit. All right. I don't wait for alignment. I realign the world around me. Here we go. I don't wait for alignment. I realign the world around me. Okay. Every cell in my body echoes. I am not made. I am the maker. Okay, and last but certainly not least, right? I embody the audacity of the divine in human form. I like that one. I embody the audacity of the divine in human form, right? I am that I am no matter what. No matter what. All right, that's what I have for today. Of course, the document is always on YouTube. The recordings are always on YouTube. So you can always go back and look at it, do whatever you want with it, right? But I will be back on later this evening. We'll do Q&A. I'll do another discussion, then we'll do Q&A, the same way we've been doing. But that will probably be like 7, 8 Central. All of a sudden, I just got an urge to look at the market. Is it still going up? Anybody in the market right now? Oh shit! All right, man. Y'all have a blessed morning, blessed day. Remember, you are already everything that you desire. Everything that you desire, all right? Y'all have a beautiful day. And until next time.